Hello there, weary traveler. As the day's quests come to an end, it's time to find a quiet refuge, a place where memories settle and dreams begin. Let's journey together to a peaceful corner of an old world where the whispers of ancient lore can guide you gently into slumber. For now, just allow yourself to settle. Find a comfortable position, letting your body soften into the surface beneath you. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, release any lingering thoughts, any small burdens from your day. Another gentle breath in and out, letting a quiet stillness begin to spread. There's nothing more you need to do now, save for listening and allowing your mind to drift. Imagine, if you will, a soft, diffused light filtering through a high, arched window, casting long, peaceful shadows across a stone floor. You're standing at the entrance to what feels like a very old room, nestled deep within the forgotten chambers of a long-abandoned castle. The air here is still and cool, carrying the faint, sweet scent of ancient dust and dry stone mingled with something else. A subtle, comforting aroma, perhaps of old parchment or dried herbs. Distant, soft wind chimes ahead. A small, worn wooden table sits centrally, glowing faintly with a warm, almost ethereal light, as if patiently waiting for someone. This light casts a gentle halo on the surrounding stone walls, revealing intricate, faded carvings of forgotten symbols, hinting at stories untold. A comfortable, deep armchair, upholstered in a rich, dark fabric, beckons beside the table, promising rest. This is a place of quiet contemplation, a sanctuary removed from the world, a place where time slows to a gentle crawl. It is your save point, ready to embrace your peaceful rest. The soft glow of the save crystal pulses gently, a silent beacon in this tranquil space. Its light casts long, dancing shadows across the polished wooden floorboards, revealing the grain and the history they hold. Around it, a worn but inviting armchair beckons, its plush velvet cushion promising true comfort, perhaps with a well-loved book resting upon its arm. A small, flickering candle sits on a nearby bedside table, its flame barely swaying, adding to the sense of deep calm that permeates every corner. The air here is still and warm, carrying the faintest scent of old parchment and hearth smoke, a comforting mix that speaks of ancient stories and long, peaceful evenings. You might notice the soft, almost imperceptible hum of the crystal itself, a frequency so low it feels more like a gentle vibration in the very fabric of the room. It's a sound that reassures you, a quiet affirmation that all is well, that you are safe in this moment. Beyond this immediate sphere of the save point, the room stretches into soft focus, bathed in the crystal's gentle luminescence. A sturdy wooden bed with plump pillows awaits, covered by a thick patchwork quilt, its folds inviting and soft. Near it, a heavy oak dresser stands, its drawers closed, holding silent secrets. A half-open window reveals only the darkest velvet of night, with perhaps the hint of a distant, shimmering star or two, utterly silent and serene. No harsh sounds penetrate this sanctuary. Only the whispers of warmth and stillness remain. This is where your journey pauses, where weary adventurers find their true rest, leaving the world's clamor far behind, deep within the embrace of this peaceful haven. Each breath you take here deepens the quiet, pulling you further into the calm. The peace settles around you, a soft blanket woven from the stillness of this ancient haven. The air itself feels remarkably gentle, carrying the faintest, almost imperceptible scent of old, polished wood, and something subtly sweet, perhaps the lingering aroma of a forgotten pot of spiced tea from earlier in the day. Your gaze might softly drift upwards, towards the sturdy wooden beams overhead, dark and rich with age. Each one is a silent witness, a steadfast guardian having sheltered countless travelers who found solace here. They stand firm, holding the very roof of tranquility above you, unwavering and strong. Nearby, a small, quiet lantern, its metal casing polished to a soft sheen, casts a warm, golden pool of light onto a plush, overstuffed armchair. Its deep fabric looks profoundly inviting, worn smooth and soft by generations of weary hands, promising deep, enveloping comfort. You can almost feel the gentle give of its well-loved cushions, inviting you to sink deeper into relaxation. Through a small, leaded pane window, just beyond the softly glowing lamp, the outside world remains a tranquil blur. Perhaps a sliver of a pale, serene moon peeks through the glass, casting a faint silver glow, or the soft, unmoving silhouettes of distant, slumbering trees stand sentinel against the night sky. There is no rush here, no urgent quest to be undertaken, no looming deadline that demands your attention. Only the quiet hum of existence, a gentle, steady rhythm that encourages your own breathing to naturally slow, to deepen with each passing moment. Every detail in this room whispers of rest, of peace deeply earned. This haven holds its secrets gently, sharing only comfort and profound quiet. Even the shadows in the corners seem soft and rounded, curled up like sleeping creatures, adding to the profound sense of security that envelops you. You are simply here, held safe, as the world outside fades into a distant memory, replaced by the deep, restorative calm of this timeless place, allowing your mind to unwind completely. The gentle quiet wraps around you, a soft blanket woven from stillness itself. You find yourself drifting, not moving, but simply being asterisk within this tranquil space. The air here holds the faint, comforting scent of aged parchment and cool stone, a subtle perfume of forgotten stories and long journeys. As your awareness settles, a new vista unfolds, not with a sudden shift, but like the slow opening of ancient, heavy doors. You are now in a quiet chamber, high within a forgotten tower, where the world outside feels miles away. Moonlight, soft and silver, streams through tall, arched windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in slow, unhurried spirals. Before you stands a grand, circular table crafted from dark, polished wood, its surface etched with constellations and faint, shimmering lines. It's a celestial map, not of this world, but of countless others, mapping nebulae like whispered secrets and stars like distant, sleepy eyes. Scattered across its surface are a few artifacts: a polished brass astrolabe, its intricate rings catching the moonlight, and a half-unfurled scroll depicting ancient, flowing rivers and mountain ranges. A heavy, leather-bound tome lies open nearby, its pages brittle and yellowed, filled with looping script that seems to hum with quiet wisdom. You don't need to read the words to feel the profound peace emanating from its presence. It's a repository of knowledge, patiently waiting, never demanding. The only sound is the almost imperceptible asterisk hush asterisk of the night wind, a soft companion to the silent wisdom of the room. This space breathes an ancient, undisturbed calm, inviting you to simply observe, to simply be asterisk. The quietude of this ancient room deepens with passing moments, each one a soft, unhurried breath. The window, a soft gray rectangle against the deeper night, offers no intrusion, only a distant, diffused glow that hints at the sleeping world beyond. Here, time seems to slow its relentless march, allowing every detail to emerge with quiet clarity. Your gaze might drift across the rich, dark wood of the shelves, polished smooth by countless seasons, reflecting the subtle gleam of a distant, hidden light source. Perhaps it is a well-tended lantern, casting long, gentle shadows that play across the spines of ancient tomes. Each book, a silent sentinel of forgotten stories and whispered knowledge, seems to hold its breath in this hallowed space. Their covers, some leather-bound, others cloth-worn, bear the faint scent of aged paper and quiet dust, a comforting, earthy perfume. On a nearby writing desk, meticulously arranged, lies an antique quill, its feathers still soft, beside a small, intricately carved inkwell. A half-unrolled parchment, its edges slightly frayed, displays elegant, flowing script, hinting at a forgotten chronicle or a map to a hidden grove. The air itself feels soft and still, carrying only the faintest echo of the wind outside, a sound almost imagined. This is a place of profound rest, where the echoes of ancient quests settle into peaceful slumber. The knowledge held within these walls is not rushed, but patient, waiting for its moment to reveal itself. For now, it simply is asterisk, a quiet presence, a comforting weight in the soft expanse of the night. You are simply here, observing, breathing, letting the gentle, quiet envelop you completely. The Lumina crystal continues its gentle, unwavering hum, a silent song that resonates not in sound, but in light. Its soft, ethereal glow now seems to deepen, painting the quiet space around it with hues of amethyst and pale gold. It rests upon a weathered, circular pedestal, carved from a stone that whispers of ages long past. The surface of this stand is smooth to the eye, worn by countless seasons and the patient touch of time, not by hurried hands. Around the base of the pedestal, the dust of ages lies undisturbed, a testament to the profound stillness that guards this artifact. This isn't a place of bustling activity or urgent quest. Instead, it feels like a sacred recess, a quiet sanctuary where ancient energies are held in soft repose. The light of the crystal spills over the edges of its pedestal, tracing faint, geometric patterns onto the dusty, undisturbed floor, patterns that hint at forgotten languages or star charts. These are not elaborate, but simple, reminiscent of an old, faded tapestry or the quiet markings found in forgotten tomes. They are just hints, invitations for the eye to softly wander, not to search for answers, but to simply observe. The air around the crystal is still, almost suspended, carrying with it a faint, clean scent of cool stone and undisturbed air. Like a chamber long sealed away, there's a comforting weight to this stillness, a sense that nothing here needs to hurry, nothing needs to change. The light flickers only with the softest breath, a natural pulse, never startling, always reassuring. It is a beacon of quiet steadfastness, inviting only peaceful observation. You can feel its gentle warmth, not heat, but a comforting emanation that seems to smooth the edges of the night, holding this moment and your awareness in a soft, luminous embrace. Full observation. You can feel its gentle warmth, not heat, but a comforting emanation that seems to smooth the edges of the night, holding this moment and your awareness in a soft, luminous embrace. The Arcane Archive Orb rests peacefully, a perfect sphere of captured light, humming with an almost imperceptible ancient song. Within its depths, faint, shimmering motes of light drift and swirl, like distant constellations seen through a veil of soft mist. They coalesce and then gently dissipate, hinting at stories untold, knowledge held in silent suspension. You might imagine them as echoes of forgotten languages, or the faint glow of distant suns, all contained within this singular, serene artifact. Each tiny glimmer seems to whisper of journeys taken, secrets guarded, and wisdom patiently waiting. The surface beneath the orb, perhaps a smooth stone pedestal, or a cushion of woven moonlight, reflects a subtle sheen from its presence. This soft glow spills just beyond the orb itself, casting a dim, ambient illumination across a small section of the floor, revealing perhaps the faint, intricate patterns of an ancient rug, or the smooth, cool texture of polished stone. No sharp edges, no harsh shadows, just a gentle diffusion of light that softens everything it touches, blurring the boundaries between object and air. The stillness around it is profound, a deep quiet that absorbs any stray sounds, leaving only the softest, most imagined hum of the orb itself. It's a quiet testament to the enduring power of gentle knowledge, a beacon of calm in the tranquil archive. Your gaze, unhurried, follows the slow, ethereal dance within the orb, finding a quiet rhythm that lulls the mind, allowing any lingering thoughts to simply drift away, like those shimmering motes of light merging with the peaceful glow until nothing remains but quiet presence. The quiet presence settles around you, deep and comforting, as the last of those shimmering motes of light gently fade, not vanishing, but simply becoming one with the soft, ambient glow of this ancient space. You might notice, as your gaze drifts, a narrow, arching passage, previously unseen, now gently illuminated by a faint, steady radiance. It beckons, not with urgency, but with a quiet promise of further tranquility. Following this soft invitation, you find yourself stepping into a smaller, almost hidden chamber. This is not a grand hall, but a quiet study, lined from floor to ceiling with wooden shelves that hold not books, but carefully rolled scrolls, each tied with a delicate, faded ribbon. The air here is still, carrying the faint, sweet scent of aged parchment and dry cedar. A single, small, circular window, high above, filters the moonlight into a soft, silvery beam that falls upon a heavy, polished oak table in the center of the room. On its surface, a single, unrolled scroll lies open, its ancient script a beautiful, intricate dance of symbols and lines. It tells no urgent tale, but rather seems to hum with the quiet resonance of forgotten lore, patiently waiting. The light from the window illuminates the delicate texture of the scroll, the subtle imperfections in the ancient paper, the careful strokes of an ink long since dried. It's a scene of serene contemplation, a place where time itself seems to slow, where the whispers of centuries past are absorbed into the silent understanding of the present moment. The soft glow creates gentle shadows that play across the shelves, making the chamber feel both expansive and intimately comforting. A true sanctuary within these hallowed halls. Just breathe with this profound stillness, allowing yourself to settle deeper into the quiet. As you settle deeper into the quiet, a soft, ethereal glow begins to pulse gently from a distant corner of the chamber. It's not a bright light, but a warm, inviting luminescence, like a breath held and released. Your gaze drifts towards it, drawn by its calm, steady rhythm. There, nestled amongst ancient, unbound scrolls and half-closed tomes, rests a pedestal made of smooth, gray stone, worn smooth by countless ages. Upon it, a single, radiant orb floats effortlessly, a sphere of pure, soft light that casts its gentle illumination across the aged parchment surrounding it. This orb hums with a silent energy, a warm and steady beacon of knowledge and peace, perhaps a safe point for weary travelers of thought and spirit. Very subtle, low hums sound the air around it, feels unusually still, as if time itself pauses in its presence, respectful of the wisdom contained within. No urgent messages, no impending quests, just the profound, comforting assurance that all is well, and all knowledge quietly awaits. You watch the subtle interplay of light and shadow it creates, dancing across the worn leather bindings and the faint, forgotten script of the scrolls. Each curl of parchment seems to hold a story, each page a forgotten journey, but now they are simply still, dreaming beside the soft light. The tranquil glow from the orb seems to absorb any stray thoughts, leaving only a sense of deep calm. It washes over the carved stone walls, highlighting faint patterns and symbols that whisper of forgotten lore, now merely decorative textures in the soft light. This peaceful radiance envelops the space, making every corner feel like a whispered secret, slowly revealing itself to the calm observer. All around you, the sanctuary holds its breath, just as you might, gently, easily. The soft, diffuse light that filters through unseen openings seems to guide your awareness deeper into the heart of the mountain library. You notice now that the air itself carries a faint, sweet scent, like aged parchment mingled with something cool and earthy, a whisper from the ancient mountain stone itself. Your presence here, if you imagine yourself moving, is hushed, absorbed by the thick, ancient rugs that line the central aisle, or perhaps the smooth, cool stone beneath them. Each towering shelf you pass is a silent monument, holding generations of forgotten tales and whispered knowledge within its bound pages. Some books are massive, their spines thick and embossed with symbols worn smooth by time, while others are slender, almost delicate, tucked between their larger companions. The sheer volume of collected wisdom here is a comforting presence, not overwhelming, but rather a quiet, deep hum of history that resonates softly within the stone. As your gaze traces along the endless rows, you notice delicate patterns in the faint dust motes, shimmering like tiny constellations in the gentle light. These tiny particles dance in the air, catching the ambient glow and making the very atmosphere feel alive with ancient energy, yet utterly peaceful. There's no rush here, no urgency, just the slow, steady rhythm of observation, allowing your mind to wander softly among the silent guardians of knowledge. A sense of profound stillness settles around you, inviting a deeper calm. This sanctuary holds its quiet stories, waiting patiently for a calm heart to discover them, or simply to rest within their peaceful, unwavering presence. The stillness of the mountain library deepens now, a soft blanket woven from ancient stone and whispered histories. You find yourself drawn along a gently curving corridor, its high walls lined not just with towering shelves, but with the very presence of countless tales, each one sleeping soundly within its heavy cover. The air here carries a faint, comforting scent, a blend of aged paper, polished wood, and a hint of something clean and cool, like the mountain air itself filtered through centuries of quiet stillness. Soft, distant rustling of pages ahead, a soft, inviting glow beckons from an alcove, a quiet invitation to explore deeper. It's a small, intimate space, gently carved directly into the solid mountain rock, yet made undeniably cozy by a simple, sturdy wooden desk and a comfortable-looking chair. Upon the desk, a single, glowing lantern casts its warm, buttery light across an open, leather-bound volume, its thick, yellowed pages filled with elegant, faded script. There is no one here, yet the scene feels alive with the recent memory of a quiet reader, perhaps lost in deep thought, or simply stepped away for a brief moment. The lantern's flame flickers with a gentle rhythm, its soft light dancing across the pages and illuminating tiny specks of dust that float lazily in the quiet air, catching the eye before disappearing again into the shadows. This quiet corner feels like a treasured secret, a peaceful haven within a haven, tucked away from even the library's gentle hum. The pages of the open book lie perfectly still, as if holding their breath, waiting patiently for the gentle turning of another leaf, or for the soft brush of a contemplative hand. Even the mountain outside seems to hold its own vast, silent breath, its ancient, comforting presence, a distant, unwavering embrace around this tranquil space, the soft brush of a contemplative hand. Even the mountain outside seems to hold its own vast, silent breath, its ancient, comforting presence, a distant, unwavering embrace around this tranquil space. Inside, the quiet hum of the library continues its gentle melody, a soft symphony of stillness. Perhaps you notice the way the light, even now, filters through a tall, arched window, casting long, patient shadows across the polished stone floor. It's a light that never feels hurried or harsh, but rather seems to settle, like dust motes dancing in a slow, golden current. This window offers a perfect vantage point, a quiet invitation to gaze upon the world beyond the library's stone walls. The mountain, a silent titan of rock and evergreen, rises gently into the soft sky. Its highest peaks are often veiled in a thin, ethereal mist, a constant, dreamlike shroud that adds to its timeless mystique. Below, hints of ancient forest cling to the slopes, their dark green canopy a quiet contrast to the pale gray of the stone. Near this very window, an old, inviting armchair sits, its cushions perhaps slightly worn from countless hours of peaceful contemplation. A woolen blanket, the color of twilight, is draped casually over one arm, suggesting cozy warmth. And on a small, sturdy wooden table beside it lies a book, its pages open as if the reader has only just stepped away for a moment, anticipating a gentle return. Everything here speaks of quiet persistence, of stories patiently waiting to be discovered, and of a world content to simply be, held safe within the mountain's embrace. The mountain's embrace truly holds countless echoes, each one a story, a history, a quiet whisper waiting for discovery. Beyond the grand central hall, a narrower passage beckons, lit by an even softer, almost diffused light filtering through ancient, thick-paned windows. Here, the air carries a distinct, comforting aroma of aged parchment and polished wood, a scent that speaks of centuries of careful preservation. This section of the library feels different, perhaps more specialized, like a meticulously curated archive of the world's deep past. Tall, slender shelves rise towards the unseen ceiling, holding not just books, but an array of rolled scrolls, tied with silk ribbons, and leather-bound folios too large to easily lift. You can also spot delicate, star-charted maps, some unfurled beneath protective glass, depicting constellations long since faded from active memory, each one a fragment of the world's intricate memory, meticulously catalogued and cared for by generations of quiet custodians. You notice the subtle variations in the bindings, some adorned with faded gold leaf, others with intricate, almost organic patterns pressed into dark, worn leather. It's a tapestry of craftsmanship from various epochs, each cover hinting at the treasures within. The soft glow from a nearby, old-fashioned lantern casts long, dancing shadows that seem to breathe life into the rows of forgotten tales. The silence here is profound, broken only by the occasional soft settling of dust, or perhaps the gentle rustle of a page turned by an unseen, ancient breeze. It's a place where time itself seems to slow, allowing for deep contemplation, a haven where the most intricate details of forgotten eras are held in tender safekeeping. The very air seems to hum with dormant knowledge, a vast, gentle repository of wisdom, patiently awaiting those who seek its quiet truths. Deep within the mountain's heart, the gentle hum of dormant knowledge, an almost imperceptible vibration, continues to guide your senses deeper into the mountain's very heart. It leads you past more towering shelves, their contents a blur of quiet histories, until you arrive at a more secluded space. This is a grand reading alcove, a tranquil sanctuary carved with remarkable precision into the living rock itself. Here, the air is noticeably stiller, carrying only the faintest, comforting scent of old parchment and cool, damp stone, mingling with the subtle aroma of aged wood. Soft, diffused light, a luminous glow that seems to emanate from no single source, but rather to filter gently through high, unseen crevices, or perhaps from cleverly embedded, enchanted crystals in the ceiling, casts long, gentle shadows. These shadows stretch across a magnificent, heavy, polished wooden table that dominates the center of the alcove. Around it, several deeply cushioned chairs, upholstered in a rich, dark fabric, invite quiet contemplation and rest. Their soft curves seem to beckon you to settle in. On the surface of this sturdy table, bathed in the soft glow, lies a single, remarkably large volume. Its covers, crafted from some resilient, dark material, are worn smooth by what must be centuries of gentle handling. The pages within, thick and slightly yellowed, hint at untold stories, forgotten histories, and the quiet murmurs of ancient voices. It rests open, not carelessly, but as if recently consulted, or perhaps patiently awaiting its next reader, its secrets held in quiet readiness. A profound sense of timeless peace settles here, within this alcove, where the mountains steadfast embrace cradles generations of accumulated wisdom, inviting you to simply rest and absorb the deep, gentle quietude of its presence. The quietude of this mountain alcove settles around you, a gentle hush that deepens with each soft breath. From this tranquil spot, your gaze might drift beyond the immediate comfort of the carved stone. Perhaps a faint, warm glow beckons from a passageway just around the bend. It's not a path to be hurried, but an invitation to quiet contemplation. As you slowly allow your awareness to follow this soft light, a new chamber begins to reveal itself. It's a circular room, perhaps an older section of the library, its worn stone walls lined not with towering shelves, but with smaller, more ancient-looking scrolls, carefully preserved in alcoves of their own. A solitary, ornate lectern stands in the center, not for reading aloud, but perhaps for deep, quiet study of the most precious texts. Dust motes dance lazily in the single shaft of moonlight that finds its way through a high, narrow slit in the mountain rock, illuminating the smooth, worn surface of the lectern. The air here feels even older, imbued with the silent whispers of countless forgotten stories and ancient truths. There's a subtle scent, too, of aged parchment and cool stone, grounding and comforting. This space feels like a forgotten heart of the mountain's knowledge, a place where time itself has slowed to a soft, lingering pause. It is a sanctuary of quiet wisdom, where the only movement is the slow drift of starlight and the quiet, rhythmic beat of your own peaceful heart. The starlight, soft and ancient, continues its gentle descent, filtering through unseen openings high above. It catches on tiny dust motes, transforming them into shimmering specks that dance slowly in the gentle, still air, like miniature celestial bodies performing an unhurried ballet. This sanctuary, though vast, feels intimately protective, as if its very walls breathe a long, slow sigh of contentment around you. Your gaze drifts to a collection of scrolls, not of paper, but of a material that glows faintly from within, almost translucent. They are unfurled slightly on polished pedestals, their edges curling like delicate petals. The script etched upon them, too intricate and ancient to truly decipher, seems to hum with a silent, comforting energy, a chorus of forgotten wisdom. Perhaps they hold tales of journeys across cosmic rivers, or maps to distant, peaceful constellations that only appear once in 1,000 ages. A low, continuous hum, almost imperceptible to the ear, but felt as a soft vibration in the air, emanates from a small, crystalline orb. It is nestled securely into a central table of smooth, dark stone, casting a warm, azure glow that pulses with a rhythm so slow. It could be the very heartbeat of this tranquil place. Beside it, a single, plush cushion, woven from threads that seem to catch and release the faint light, invites quiet contemplation. It is a place to rest and simply absorb the profound stillness that permeates every corner. The air here is cool, yet not cold, carrying a faint, mingling scent of old parchment, something akin to stardust, and the distant, dewy breath of unseen forests. Here, amidst these ancient whispers and soft, embracing glows, the feeling of time dissolves further, becoming utterly irrelevant. Each subtle breath you take seems to echo the serene, unhurried pulse of the sanctuary itself, guiding you deeper into a gentle, restorative peace. The world outside, with its many demands and distractions, feels infinitely far away, replaced entirely by this tranquil haven. You are simply present, enveloped in soft light, profound quiet, and the timeless embrace of cosmic knowledge. The profound quiet here is not an emptiness, but a fullness, woven with the silent hum of ancient mechanisms and the gentle whisper of distant starlight. You are aware of the sheer age of this place, a sanctuary not just for knowledge, but for time itself. Around you, subtle energies shift, causing delicate, luminous projections to bloom in the air. These are not mere images, but intricate, living tapestries of starlight and celestial pathways, unfurling slowly as if guided by an unseen, benevolent hand. Perhaps a vast star chart, woven from threads of pure light, slowly revolves above a central pedestal. Its glowing constellations pulse with a quiet rhythm, each shimmering point a sun, each delicate line a journey taken, or yet to be explored. You might trace the faint outlines of familiar figures, or discover entirely new patterns, unknown to the surface world. The light from these projections bathes the ancient stone architecture in a soft, ethereal glow, revealing carvings and symbols worn smooth by countless epochs. The air itself feels imbued with a sense of cosmic peace, a gentle weightlessness that invites contemplation. There is no rush here, no urgency, only the steady, unhurried unfolding of universal truth. you might find yourself drawn towards a low, circular platform where the projections seem to converge, offering a serene, panoramic view of the heavens as seen through the wisdom of ages. The distant echoes of cosmic winds, almost imperceptible, add to the profound stillness, a lullaby from beyond the stars, inviting your consciousness to simply rest and observe. Every detail, every silent movement of light serves only to deepen the sense of tranquil belonging within this endless, star-dusted archive. The soft, distant hum of the archive continues its gentle lullaby, a symphony of forgotten ages and unborn possibilities. You find your awareness gently carried forward, past shimmering cascades of light that resemble nebulae, past quiet alcoves where data motes drift like luminous dust. The vastness begins to coalesce, ever so slightly, into a more intimate space. Ahead, the shimmering pathways converge upon a central, open chamber. Here, the stardust doesn't just drift, it spirals and dances, forming intricate, luminous patterns in the air. These aren't just random lights, they are constellations of information, each shimmering point a fragment of memory, a whisper of a distant star, an echo of a long-lost tale. The air itself feels ancient, infused with the quiet wisdom of countless epochs. There are no walls in the traditional sense, only columns of softly glowing energy that stretch upwards, seemingly supporting the infinite expanse above. You might notice, if you allow your gaze to settle, how certain clusters of light pulse with a slightly different hue, a warmer gold perhaps, or a deeper, serene blue, indicating different categories of forgotten lore. This chamber is a nexus, a silent heart of the archive, where the universe's quiet stories are perpetually, beautifully told through light. It's a place where time itself seems to slow, allowing each luminous mode to fully unfold its silent narrative before gently fading back into the shimmering currents. The profound peace here is absolute, an invitation to simply breathe and witness the silent ballet of universal memory. There is no urgency, no need to decipher, only the soft, inviting glow of knowledge at rest, waiting patiently, like a dream. The silent ballet of universal memory continues to unfold, a gentle current carrying echoes of all that has been and all that might yet be. You find yourself drifting effortlessly along a slow river of soft, ambient light that weaves through this boundless archive. No rigid walls contain it. No defined ceiling limits its height. Only the boundless shimmer of countless experiences, each a tiny, luminous star in a cosmic tapestry. This vastness is not overwhelming, but rather deeply comforting, like a boundless, soft blanket of knowing. As you drift further, the light around you seems to deepen, taking on richer, warmer hues, soft ambers, deep violets, and calming blues. You pass through what feels like a central conduit, a grand, circular pathway where the luminous motes of memory flow a little more densely, their soft glow illuminating faint, geometric patterns etched onto unseen surfaces. These aren't carvings in stone, but intricate patterns of pure light, appearing and dissolving like breath on a cold pane of glass, ancient and profound. Their silent dance whispers of forgotten histories and slumbering futures. There is a sense of immense peace here, a quiet understanding that permeates the very air. The hum of this cosmic library is almost imperceptible, a gentle vibration that settles deep within you, soothing every thought, every worry. Here, the passage of time becomes irrelevant. Only the gentle, persistent presence of memory remains, a tranquil sea of knowledge. You are merely an observer, a silent guest in this grand repository, feeling the soft warmth of untold stories, unwinding slowly in the stillness. This quiet space invites you to simply be, to float among the wisdom of ages, gently at rest. The soft warmth of untold stories continues to envelop this grand repository, a gentle hum of ancient knowledge settling into the quiet. You floated among the wisdom of ages, and now even that gentle current begins to slow. The ethereal glow that emanated from the bound volumes softens further, like embers cooling in a forgotten hearth. Each tall archway seems to hold its breath, a silent guardian of the immense peace that has gathered here. A faint starlight, perhaps from a distant, high window, casts long, soft shadows across the floor, barely discernible now. The tiny motes of dust, which once danced in the gentle light, now hang almost completely still, suspended in the deepening quiet. There is no urgency, no expectation, just the serene embrace of endless time and forgotten tales. This vast chamber, a sanctuary of all that has been and could be, now becomes a haven for profound tranquility. Let your own breath mirror the settling of this ancient place. Feel the soft air, cool and still against your skin, a whisper of quietude. The grand repository, with all its secrets and its silent strength, gently recedes, not disappearing, but softening its edges, inviting your mind to follow suit. All the curiosity, all the gentle wonder, now melts into a deep, serene calm. Here, in this quietest of moments, the wisdom gathered through millennia becomes a lullaby, the last vestiges of light dim, becoming mere impressions behind your eyelids. You are safe, nestled within this timeless space, free to drift. Allow the deep, profound stillness of this repository to guide you now, effortlessly, into the softest, most peaceful sleep. Let the quiet embrace you fully. Sleep now and rest.